Our next guest was born in Brazil and moved to Texas when he was just 6 years old. And since his parents only spoke Portuguese, Lucas Sousa says his first language was actually music, and he was captivated by Texas country red dirt music and picked up a guitar at age 14 and even started his own band. And Lucas joins me this morning to share more about his country music journey and to take the GMT stage, of course, with his latest single, Last Good Girl in Austin. Yes, indeed. Good morning.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning to y'all.
So glad to have you. Okay, so tell me, because you have such an incredible story, born in Brazil, and then your family moved to America when you were young. Who were your early country music influences? Why country music? Why do you like it so much?
Well, we ended up in Texas, so that that's a little bit hard to run from on that end. Country music kind of surrounding us, but the cool thing was, Brazil has its own kind of country music, right? It doesn't translate the same here, but that already was kind of a leeway into it. But as I kind of get around and have the opportunity to really choose my own music, right? Because my parents didn't listen to American country music, so I got to kind of pick that on my own, and that was really, that was great. I did a lot of, the Merle Haggards and Willie Nelsons and all the original ones.
Oh, you had some big influences. Willie Nelson's a big one indeed. You actually taught yourself how to play the guitar, is that right?
Yeah.
And then started your own band.
Yes, ma'am.
How did you go about teaching yourself the guitar? Is it just a thing where you strum, or you YouTube University? What is it?
Yeah, I mean, along those lines. So yeah, for a while I wanted to play guitar. My parents even put me to do lessons. I had a guitar and then never learned anything.
Oh, my goodness.
And so it kind of sat, in the corner for years. And
I feel that. I get that.
Yeah, and then I get to a point where, I kind of pick it up and finally start just going on Google and YouTube and just doing it on my own.
And figuring it out. Exactly. So, okay, how has your journey been in the country music scene so far, especially here in America?
Oh, it's been great. We've gotten to really experience some really cool stuff. We started at 15-year-old with a full band and guys that are playing with me till this day, right? And at the time, it was really innocent, just a matter of playing
music. You're just having a good time.
Yeah, and we're just trying to keep it like that.
Yes, indeed. Okay, and you actually won the Chili Fest battle, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh, well, that was the Battle of the Bands last year, the Chili Fest battle of the Bands. Did that give your career a bit of a boost? I'm sure it did.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for me, it was a personal checklist too, right? I went to Texas A&M and graduated from there, and so I was always on the other side of that and kind of looking up, like, I hope to one day be able to do that. I didn't know it would come so soon. So
yeah. I mean, you know what? You look up and there's your dream, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you now have an album coming out. Is that right?
Yes,
How exciting is that?
Yes,
especially the process in that, because that is not a short process. I mean, it takes time. What has the journey been like?
Very different from our last one. The last one I was in college. Of course, most of these songs we kind of been tossing around for years. Kind of same situation. But being in college and being in school and being able to kind of go to class and then sit down and do things, life's changed a little bit since then, right? I have a job, a full-time job, and so things kind of happened really quick this time around. We went from thinking about an album to writing it.
You were halfway through already, yeah.
So things happened really quick, and that was cool.
Wow. Okay. Well, you do manage a lot, like you said. I mean, you have a full-time job. You're married. You do a lot, and so the fact that you're bringing it all together and still putting your dream first is incredible. And we get to hear a little bit of that new album today, Last Good Girl in Austin. You're gonna actually take the GMT stage, so I'm gonna stop talking because they don't want to hear me talk. They want to hear you sing. So you're gonna go to the GMT stage for us. And so if you want at home to listen to Lucas's music and learn more on where he's on stage next in North Texas, all you have to do is go online at lucassousamusic.com. And now, you guys, here he is. He is getting set up and ready to go because he's got a new album coming, and this single is actually on that album. It is called Last Good Girl in Austin. Take it away.
Boy, you better go and put that old phone down. You ain't gonna find what you're looking for. I've been in your shoes, I used to hang around. Had a knack for trouble knocking at my door. If she's anywhere near here, she'll be on the skirts of town, across those Travis County lines. Don't waste your time. I've got the last good girl in Austin, with pretty blue eyes you get lost in. You can find love, but Austin. And this heartbreak town is getting exhausting. I've been up and I've been down every street in this Texas town. And I got the last good girl in Austin. Her eyes met mine first time on Rainy Street. She was tired of sick, so she skipped the crowd, and I was back in town in my old stomping grounds. You should have seen her when I put horns down. I've got the last good girl in Austin, with pretty blue eyes you get lost in. You can find love, but it ain't often. And this heartbreak town is getting exhausting. I've been up and I've been down every street in this Texas town. And I got the last good girl in Austin. I got the last good girl in Austin, with pretty blue eyes you get lost in. You can find love, but it ain't often. And this heartbreak town is getting exhausting. 'Cause I've been up and I've been down every street in this Texas town. And I got the last good girl in Austin.